So with that, let's get it started. So while people are trickling in and questions are about to start coming in, I want to mention one issue that's happening. So there's a lot of different travel bans that President Trump has put into place. Every week it seems there's a new one, or even every couple of days. One of the main ones is from Europe, where people from Europe can't come to the United States if they've been to the Schengen countries. These are the countries who are part of the European Union. They're not allowed to come into the United States if they've been visiting those countries last 2 weeks. And it could be any person. If you're from Mexico and you go to France for a vacation, you have to wait 2 weeks, leave the European Union, wait 2 weeks, then come to the United States. So we have people who get their green card approved from the embassy. They want to come to the United States. They can't if they're from one of those countries, or that's the laws, as they can. But a lot of times the airlines that are going to bring you here don't understand the laws. So I have like a client from Bulgaria, which is not part of the European Union, is in Europe. That person wanted to fly to the United States, and the airline will not let them board because they feared that these people were subject to the travel ban. Sorry, let me check something out really quick. Okay, all good. So they feared that these people were subject to the travel ban, so they wouldn't let them on the plane. So all of a sudden they were scared, and I said, okay, you got to go to some other country or talk with the airline to try to figure this out, talk to a manager, because they're incorrect. Now the airlines have a system set up with U.S. immigration authorities so that they could let people come when these mistakes happen, to kind of rectify it and help the airlines better understand what the issue is. It's called the Regional Carrier Liaison Program. It's a special phone number where the airline can just call and ask the U.S. port authorities to get permission for someone to come. But in practice, even though they pay for this system and it exists and there's employees waiting to take those phone calls, they don't call. And so that becomes a problem. There's no real way to fix it because they don't do what they're supposed to do. So you just got to kind of argue with them, try again, waste a lot of money on tickets until something works out. Another thing to be mindful of is that when a person comes to the United States, let's say they're not from one of the COVID-19 travel ban countries, they should not have a stop in one of those countries that is subject to the COVID-19 travel ban. So if you're from Turkey and you come to the United States and there's a stop in Amsterdam, once you sit in Amsterdam, even in transit, that could hit you and cause you to not be denied entry into the United States. So you got to be very careful with these travel bans. Have a lawyer on hand. Hopefully you have a lawyer in the process to go through your history, see what's going on. But even with that, mistakes can be made by the airlines. So be very careful and be prepared for that kind of stuff.